Hey, something is always better than nothing. Something is always better than nothing when it's a positive thing, a part of the equation. Might I ask, or might I say, excuse me? Yeah, cause Puffy found not guilty on the heaviest charges to the point where sentencing he might get time served. He might get time served, man. That's a fact. Bullets Gotti, what up? What's good? I'm popping a bottle too. Salute, salute, Bullets. I'm popping a bottle too, man. I'm happy as hell too, man. For real, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy, boy. For real. Where you at now, Tissa Tell? Tissa, come on now, Tissa. We know you got something good to say. She's still on the internet begging and praying to the last common denominator. Put up something an hour ago. She put it up an hour ago and the verdict is already in. And she's still talking about, well, we just don't know the last part of this and the last, it's not over because, yo, how could somebody be praying on a person who go to jail, man? What kind of woman are you, man? You praying all the way to the last denominator like you ain't even throwing in the towel, man. Tissa, come on now, Tissa. If the charge don't fit, the jury must acquit, Tissa. It's common sense that it wasn't a factual RICO and you still was running with it just to send a man to jail. That's crazy, man. This is crazy. You trying to send our black people to jail. If Puff would have went to jail today, all of us is in trouble. Bullets Gotti's in trouble. Unique Mecca Audio, he came home after doing 26 years. He's back under the radar because he's doing popular things now. They can pick anybody out of the grab bag and write it up how they want to write it up and make it look like it's a RICO and then paint another picture of, they can't paint a RICO because he didn't do RICO. So they got to paint all this stuff around it and then hope that the jury say guilty for the stuff that they showed them in court, which is stuff for domestic violence, confuse the jury, then they say, yeah, he's guilty. And they really find him guilty on domestic charges, but the charge that's really what the government want would have been RICO, and they would have been sentencing him to a RICO, but in their mind, they sentencing him to a RICO, but all naturality, what they seen was domestic violence. And would have got the man, that's the trickery right there. Now that man would have went to jail for a RICO due to domestic violence conversation. That ain't fair. I'm not no Puff Daddy fan. Puff didn't never ever do nothing for me. I've been around him and seen him, and I've seen him curse people out. I've seen it with my own eyes, and I'm like, yo, that could never be me. Ain't no man talking to me like that. I just got to get fired. That's just that. Period. Point blank. So I'm not no Puff Daddy fan, but I'm not a fan of sending no man, black, white, Chinese, period. I want the justice system to do what they supposed to be doing for justice. And a person that do a crime, give them what they get the crime, what charge them for the crime that they committed, and not nothing that can take them away for life. And he's a 50-something-year-old man, so if he got 30 years, he gonna come home at 80, and they take all his money, so he'll have the worst time of his life in jail if he don't have no support outside. And then it take away from his kids, which will be controlling this company that he built from the ground up. Then you got people on Tissa Tell's comment list saying, well, he praying to God. He can't be praying to my God because God don't do deals with the devil. Then somebody else came and did a rebuttal and said, God forgave, I forgot the names of the Bible that they utilized. God forgave them for doing crazy, treacherous stuff to people and all of the above, and said that if God could forgive them, they could forgive Diddy. He just need to go and get some counseling and some treatment, and that's it. He didn't do nothing far as raping somebody, even though they would, oh, excuse me, YouTube, all word somebody, but still, they need treatment, but we'll never forgive a person that do the R word to kids and anybody. Even if a man get RAPE, you still don't get respect for that because you know better or you should know better, and or it's just don't isn't that's just not what's good in society. Now hitting on a woman for no reason, he can get rehabilitated and get accepted out here. It's plenty women and men beating on each other right now as we speak. Period. So y'all stop it with all that. So Tisa, you going extra hard as if he really did something to somebody. Showed Kid Cudi didn't know what he was talking about. So now they calling Kid Cudi. Is Kid Cudi a rat for even getting up there telling the story? They saying Cassie is an informant. Now they saying Jane Doe, which is y'all know who baby mama, she's a rat getting on the stand and so forth. And whoever else got up there and tried to tell something that didn't even make sense. When they was getting this money, everything was all good. The lifestyle was all good. When they wasn't getting no more money, it ain't good no more. Caught Cassie in lies, and Cassie got immunity, but if she didn't have immunity, they gave her immunity, which it shows she was a part of it. So they took her out, so that took the RICO away. But they gave her immunity to paint this crazy picture as if she's such an angel. But now they got the tapes running around that with her saying to a one of the escorts that you better not show that footage. If you show that footage, I'm gonna have you unalive. I mean, I ain't gonna do it myself. I don't want blood on my hands, but I will have it done. I'm telling you. So that shows that she's crazy. She's gangster, and she'll do anything for the money. So what you got to say about that, Tisa? Tell that, Tisa. Tell. You really want a black man to go to jail for something that he did not do. He did not do a RICO. And now they saying they even tried it to the extent where making this is what's dangerous. And they even made this one and added this one in. So many people should be in under the RICO now. If somebody give you 5 grams, 7 grams of some drugs, cocaine or whatever, one time, and they got up to what 2-3 years to do it for. If they do it more than one time, just give it to you because they ask. Here you go, take this. And then they might see you 6 months later, 7 months later, and they ask you for some work so they can do for their personal to put up their own nose. And you give it to them again, that's considered the RICO. And that's what they was trying to get Puff with the RICO with that. That's crazy work right there. Juggalo, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You have a great day as well. But I'm not no uh Puff Daddy fan, but I'm a fan of his work. I'm a fan of when I hear one of his records come on, I'm still rocking and vibing to it. But I'm not no fan of him of Puff if he beating on women. I don't play that. I got daughters, and before I even had daughters, I never played that. I almost, like I said, almost unalived the person for hitting on a woman because I grabbed his arm and he told me I better get the F off of him. And I told him enough is enough, bro. And I probably was like 19 at the time, maybe 20. And he ran, took off home. I thought he was going to get his you know what, his persuader. And he came back. He went to change sneakers to come back and fight. I already had mines in my hand, in my pocket, and almost got in trouble. I could have lost my life. He could have lost his life. I could have went to jail if I would have touched him. If I would have unalived him, just because he did wrong to that woman and he wanted to defend it. So I've never been a person that like men that hit on women. I'm not with that. I'm not hanging with you. You can't even be my homeboy. I know you beat on your woman. You can't hang with me. You beat on the woman that make love to you and make you feel good, cook for you, make your stomach feel good, things of that nature. How could I trust you to be with me outside? That's a no-no. That mean you around me being fake. No, that's a no-no. And women are precious. Women are, they the earth, they create us. How you gotta have respect for that. Now, it's plenty men out here that's doing this stuff. It's even women out here that's beating on their man. Especially the ones that can even do it. That can beat a man. It is what it is. But there's no way in HELL, man. I'm going to sit there and watch a man go to jail and the prosecutors charge him for something he didn't do and show evidence of something that he did do and they didn't charge him for it. What kind of trickery is that? So that tells me, Tissa tells, and some of your fans, the ones that didn't unsubscribe to you, that is following you and was waiting and waiting, waiting just to see him go to jail. That tells me that y'all mental is really messed up. And this don't go to the ones that's smart thinking. This goes to the ones that will look at the evidence and still say, I don't care. He need to go to jail. He's a monster for beating on her. Until it's one of y'all family members on the stand, one of y'all sons, one of y'all cousins, somebody you care about and love on that stand for something that they didn't do. Now, oh, the justice system ain't right. The justice system ain't right. But that's crazy to me. I can't believe this for the world and the life of me, man. That Tissa Tell was going this hard. Now, I used to watch her. Used to watch her when I used to come home late nights with her stuff. I loved her craftiness, her wittiness, her her she speak very articulately. And I was liking a lot of her stuff and a lot of her podcast things. And I even used to see her talk about Diddy a lot, but it was speculations. But it is what it is. And I used to say, dang, man, she talking about Diddy all the time, man. It's like, dang, she gonna get this man a case. And this before he even got a case. He didn't even think that he would ever have a case. Nobody ever did. I didn't. People used to tell her after she'll finish an episode, or you'll see comments up there. They used to say, God, please put your hands over her. And used to tell her, please be safe out there because you be talking about this man on a regular. And she did on a regular. Now you standing in our face. Are you a black woman? I have to ask that question because you kind of hot yellow. You know, you are beautiful. Got to give you that. But you look black to me, and you telling me that you think that is right for them to send a man to jail because he put his hands on his woman and give him a charge that has nothing to do with him putting his hands on his woman. If they cared about her so much, why they did not charge him? Y'all caring about Cassie so much, and they keep showing the footage that they didn't even help Cassie by giving him a charge to put him in jail for her. But y'all letting the prosecution fool y'all, and y'all taking the prosecution side, and they ain't even charging. They not even giving him a charge to help Cassie as a victim. They charging him with something to help them get a victory over a big mogul and get a pat on their back. And y'all helping them get a pat on their back for something that ain't got nothing to do with what Puffers should really be charged with. And you as a black woman and anybody that's following that got to be crazy. If they would have won today with that, our culture would be under siege. We would be in trouble. They will pick anybody out of the grab bag they feel like picking out of the grab bag, sit down, have a meeting at the round table in them big offices they got up in there, and figure out how they're going to come and attack this one. And start sliding stuff in the media because they have that power to do so. Slide stuff and start sizing it up. Find out the weaknesses and find out every little component about them. Or maybe a her. It ain't been a lady yet, but it's been all men. Get rid of the men, taking them like it already is going on. Get rid of the men in the household and to sabotage the kids growing up. And Tisa, so you gonna be a part of that, really? And you are deterring your fan base to be a part of that? It tells me that there are really hundreds and thousands of people that really think like that, and we wonder why our culture can't move forward. We even getting over there and helping them tear down our culture. Y'all helping them tear down Puff's name as far as trying to send him to jail for a RICO. Now, like I said, if they cared about Cassie, why they ain't make sure that he get a charge that will benefit her for getting her justice, for him beating on her like that? Why they ain't do that? Can you tell me that, Tisa? Tisa, tell me that, Tisa. All the above. Tell me that, Tisa. Tisa, tell me. Which one is it, man? Which one? Do the prosecutors care about Cassie? Or did they play trickery on her to get rid of another black man off the streets? So they could pat her on the back, good job, like she a puppy. And now he in jail thanks to you. So I guess you could take that as a victory for yourself. No, there's nowhere near a victory for her. It's a victory for them that they sent the man to jail and they pulled it off in front of our faces to send him to jail for something he didn't do. See, this right here just shows y'all what happens when, or what has been happening before podcasters was big with podcasting videos. Before it was just the news. And this is reasons why they didn't want no cameras in the courtroom to actually show everything that was going on, but podcasters reach the streets. A lot of people don't look at the news, so certain things wouldn't probably reach the streets, even if the news didn't, it wasn't allowed in there as well. So they wasn't allowed in there, but the podcasters like Tissa Tell was inside of there taking notes. Then she'll come out with bias notes and with emotion. Then you got what's it, Sean G. He was in there taking the correct notes and speaking the correct or taking notes like her. I guess they all take the same notes and talk about it how they want to. But he comes out and give us actual facts of what's been going on in there. And then we'll hear it from the news. If you're a news person, then you'll hear it from the news, and then we get to dissect it. But everybody, so many people right now talking about Tissa Tell. And if people ain't understanding that, what she did was very messed up, very, very messed up towards our culture. A lot of y'all not even thinking in the right direction your damn self, man. Anybody send a black man to jail because you see him do what he did and y'all judging because of what he did. Okay, yes, send him to jail for what he did. Did y'all thinking about what can be, what is in store or ahead of him for rehabilitation? So y'all got in your mind to send a person away to jail for 30 years, 40 years, a life sentence for beating on somebody? Did y'all even look at the time that domestic violence hold? There's nowhere near none of that. 30 years and all that stuff. Nowhere near it. So the only way I would be able to agree with a Tissa Tell going hard on him is because they charged him with domestic violence for beating on Cassie. Now, Tissa's in the clear then. Hey, go hard. Hey, I get it. You a woman. You don't like no man beat on no woman. All your fan base, even if y'all men or women don't like no man to beat on woman. I would have been right there. I wouldn't be cheering because I don't wish jail to nobody. I might have wished that he could get uh, okay, whatever time it is, but also put treatment in there, which they will add treatment. And guess what? These charges right here, probably not even the judge probably not even gonna order him to get any treatment because he's not charged for domestic violence. And it's been basically they found him not guilty on the arson charge and all that. So he didn't do that. So why would they make him get treatment? What else? Anything they found him guilty on all the stuff that wasn't violent. Now, y'all looking at the violent parts is why y'all made or took judgment against him and call him a monster, because y'all seen the violent parts. And the violent parts that y'all seen made you all the way forget about the whole, this case was a straight up setup case. It was a fraud. It was fake. It was bogus. Y'all forgot about it. Made y'all forget about that because y'all got so deep in your feelings watching him hit on this woman. Which, how do y'all feel about Tissa? Tell me this, Tissa. Please tell me this. Tell me this, Tissa. How do you feel when you heard Cassie talking about she will unalive somebody? You don't care about that, huh? That went in one ear and out the other. Yeah, it don't matter. She's telling another person that just might have footage on her that never put his hand on her a day in her life that she would unalive him if he let that footage get out. How you feel about that, Tisa? About her? Like, so she's cool, huh? She didn't even say she was going to sneak and unalive Puff, and he's the one that she was supposed to be mad at putting hands on her. And then the other token, she's still saying she still love him. Tisa, tell me, but make it make sense for me, Tisa. Somebody please, man, everybody hit Tisa tail up, man, and tell her, yeah, you got a lot of explaining to do. Why would you go against a black man going to jail for something that he didn't do? Why are you not mad that they didn't charge him for the reasons why y'all are mad, Tisa? Tisa, you need to be asking them why y'all didn't charge him for the reasons why I'm mad. I'm mad that he put his hand on Cassie. That's why I'm reporting that he's a monster. And y'all didn't even charge him for it. So Cassie don't even get no she don't get not she don't get a victory, or she don't get no just due. She don't get nothing. And now she's looked at as crazy, man. Now she looked at as real crazy out there. Like, uh, I don't know how many people gonna respect Cassie after this. And she could be rich and go wherever she want to go and do whatever she want to at this point. She came off. Only one really winning out of this whole situation is her. And we already know people don't care about people being a rat no more. They still be your friend. You got some money, they'll be around you kissing ass. And well, all Tisa tell them doing is kissing prosecutors' butts. And she just looks so good on ABC. She's so beautiful. What that got to do with this case and sending a black man to jail and tearing down our culture, our people, our next up and coming kids? My baby boy's 16 and he's popular. Basketball, football, all A's in school. He grew up to be something popular and big. Now they figure out a way to take him down because he's just too big, and they don't want us to get bigger than them and take over. It's a fact that black melanated people are rising and rising and rising. It's not our fault. I'm not bragging on nothing, but it is what it is. Because even if a white person have a baby by a black person, that baby is black because our genes are more dominant. And even the white lady can be pale as ever, but the baby gonna still come out. You're gonna know that it's black. And we are rising and rising. And they gotta tear down. They tried to tear down Bill Cosby, but he was too old. So they gotta go and get a younger version that is more influential to our up and rising culture, which is a Puff, and tear him down. They got R. Kelly. They found out that the girl lied about her age. And he still didn't sex her, had her in another room. And they found out about the Texas that her mother was doing and put her up to it, man. ODB said Diddy is not innocent, bro. It's not about color. It's about the contents of his character. No, the charge is called RICO, bro. RICO, not his character. Where you get that from? Is he charged for his character? Tell me what his charges are for. He's charged about sex. That's his life. He can sex however he want to sex. What? That's none of our business. Everybody should be charged in about sex. He's charged for handing somebody 7 grams of something, and the guy said no, that was his. He wanted it or whatever, however it may go. So he is innocent for a RICO. He didn't do a RICO. You don't get federal charges because of the content of your character. Those words sound real good, don't it? The content of his character. No, oh, so you one of them people too, man. It is about color. So why do the people from Abercrombie that why they ain't televising theirs and they really actually hurt people and got real crimes that they did? Yeah, God bless you too, ODB. Get your facts right. Go and Google about the Abercrombie, and then they got a bail. And it was 2 of them. Puff one person, he ain't even get a bail. They ain't said nothing yet about Abercrombie. You don't even hardly hear about it. But when you do hear about it, they saying one of them might be too old to even take them to trial. So now they trying to slide and ease them out. And it got quiet for them. Why we ain't making noise about that? Yeah, please don't come on my channel with that talk. It's definitely about color. It's definitely about power and tearing down our culture. It's definitely about that. All day long. Crow, you a clown. Stop coming on the page. So Tissa, tell us, Tissa, what's next? You actually still gonna be up here preaching about let's just wait and see, because it's not over, y'all. I'm telling you, it's not over. The jury can change their mind at any minute. They can change their mind, and then he can go ahead and get that time that we all been waiting and looking for. This is bonkers, man. This is crazy. That we actually watched a woman live try, a black woman live on these TV screens, telephone screens, whatever streams, services we can get to watch her and her fan base try and take a man down, man. And Crow, you don't never have to come on this channel no more. You're a clown. Don't never come up here no more. Nelville Chung said exactly. So what do you think? Diddy gonna have to sit down for a minute? Well, with the charges, I don't know exactly what the charges are that he did get found guilty for is facing. And it ain't gonna be a long time. Even if they gave him 5 years, he go in there and do some drug programs, anger management programs. He probably do 6 months and do the rest on parole. Possibility that judge might just give him time served for the time he been in there fighting. Because the whole case was a circus. A circus, man. And anybody know, man, when the feds come, they got you. When they do them drug charges the correct way, they cross their T's and dot their I's. They really have you on them drug charges. And or you definitely know you can't fight it because even 9 times out of 10, the average drug dealer got a criminal record already. So he's gonna face going to trial with the feds, knowing that they have all the powerful snitches around that probably been around him. He know he don't have no wins. and they didn't have no real powerful snitches around for Puff, and this wasn't a real drug charge. So this was out of their element anyway. This is how you know this was something that they was trying to do and tried to succeed with it. And they don't lose nothing except for the case. They don't lose their name. They live to fight another day and go and get somebody else and lock them up. They got other cases to try, but we tried that one. If we would have won with that one, we would have picked us another one out of the grab bag. Somebody successful with a halfway messed up character, or wait for one of these rich rappers or rich movie stars or movie makers to get somebody to complain on them about sexual charges, then we swoop right on in and pull the same thing we did with Puff and get them 30, 40 years. If that would have happened with Puff, it would have made it easier now for them to just give RICOs out like Oprah Winfrey. You get a RICO, you get a RICO, you get a RICO, you get a RICO. They giving away RICO charges like it's a possession charge. He didn't even get a possession charge. He got a RICO charge for domestic violence. And you got Tissa trying to tell something she don't even know she talking about. And she's up here playing on her feelings, but acting like a journalist. So that means we dealing with journalists that can just make up lies and tell things. Like she said, Puff gave up big names, big names. That's why they dropped 3 charges. She said that up there on her thing. That means you straight up lied to people. Now you trying to call them a rat. That's crazy for you to even put that energy out there. That wasn't even true. And people was backing her up, coming on my page, attacking me, talking about she's beautiful. She's this. So what? She's beautiful. What that got to do with anything? The devil was beautiful and tricked Eve into eating off that tree. Talk Smith says it's a big business and they have nothing but time. Facts. Time all day. Whether they win or lose, they go home regardless. You win, you go home. You lose, you going to jail. So it ain't nothing to them to sit down and put it together. And the money to do so don't come out their pocket. It comes out of our pocket. Taxpayers' money. So we losing all the way around the board. So how in the world could Tissa sway her fan base to be mad because of her emotions? How you are a journalist dealing with emotion and not facts? I'm sure they teach you that in school. If you didn't go to school for it and you considering yourself a journalist, you need to go take some classes, because I'm sure that's one thing you don't put emotion into your journalism skills. We only speak facts. I know that. I'm not a journalist. I just know what's real is real, and what you're supposed to do is what's real. And that's speaking facts when somebody's life is on the line, and even if their life ain't on the line. If you telling me that a storm is coming tomorrow, but you really don't know what's going on, but the storm is coming today, but you telling me tomorrow. So I'm gonna believe in you because you're a journalist that I watch and follow, right? So now I'm sitting back just waiting for tomorrow to prepare for the storm. And all along, you really knew that it was coming today. Now swoop in and mess me all up because I followed you and listened to you, Tissa. Somebody that I trusted. And all your followers that follow her, how can y'all follow a person that give you false information? Barzy said they are activists first, journalists second. Facts. Facts. And she's moving on activist time against her own culture and helping put us in jail, which we consider legal slavery. Somebody said Pharrell wanna be. Hey, if I want to be like him, hey, he a good person to want to be like. He a good dude. I don't see nothing bad about him. But I'm before his time, though, and I've been out here making moves. So, yeah, check my record. That's what you do. I'm before Pharrell time. But thumbs up to Pharrell. Shout out to Pharrell. Hey, if I want to be like somebody, he wouldn't be a bad person to want to be like. You act like you said something slick. Why wouldn't I want to be like him? He's successful. He's smart, talented. I only give Pharrell all thumbs up. What are you talking about? I'm not Puff to that. Puff to that. Puff Daddy won that case. Now, if he was in there for domestic violence, I wouldn't do no puffing to none of that. If he got found guilty on domestic violence, I would have to say, yo, he got what he deserved. And that's just that. Bottom effing line, man. Now go in there, get rehabilitated, come back home, show people that yeah, you in there, you are really remorseful for what you did when you whooped on the woman or any women for that nature. And then I would say, all right, I rock with him. He went in there and took initiative to what he did. And now he home and I can respect him again. He ain't thinking about hitting on women. That's the same as men going to jail for selling drugs like we used to, and now we say we ain't doing that no more, selling to our poison to our people, and now we back doing the right thing and trying to teach these kids not to do it and get caught up in it. We are rehabilitated and society accepted us back once we went and did our time. That's equivalent to the same thing. Don't get caught up with somebody painting a picture and with their emotions, and then y'all take their side and not looking at the big picture. That means y'all let anybody blind y'all. Y'all will stand for nothing and fall for anything. That's crazy. I won't want to be like nobody in the pedo neither. I ain't heard about Pharrell being no pedo. See, people like y'all start rumors and is very ignorant. And that's one thing about this internet. Why Tissa Tell said Puff gave up big names and all that, started something ignorant. And if people would have paid that any attention, could have messed that man name up while he fighting on trial. Now when they say not guilty, not guilty, not guilty on those charges, they gonna say, oh, he did tell. Tissa Tell was right. Get out of here. She is a liar. She is an emotional creature. Now, I give her this. You have every right to be emotional and mad about what he did by beating on Cassie. I get you. I'm on your side for that. On your follower's side for that. But y'all missed the big picture. They trying to send him to jail for something he didn't do. What y'all not seeing that everybody else is seeing? A lot of people is upset with Tissa Tell. And I know she got to let the show stay going on. The show must go on. Show must go on. She got to keep pushing the nail in the coffin because already now it's like she put her foot in her mouth. Adam James said, "What do you think it took to get in that industry?" Nothing. You just gotta have smarts to get in any industry. It ain't. You just work hard. Hard work gets you anywhere. And all that about sacrificing somebody. Kanye sacrificed his mama. That was one of the women he loved forever. And look how he going against the industry now. So you still listening to that old conversation about sacrifice? Why would he sacrifice his mama? They ain't giving him nothing. So no. But yeah, y'all, I had to come up here, man. Y'all make sure y'all tag Tisa, man. And make sure y'all hit me up, man. The Real Big Boosie on Instagram, BOOTSIE. Yes, and support my channel, money sign at on my Cash App, The Real Big Boosie, BOOTSIE, dollar sign, The Real Big Boosie. That's it. Please support me. I want to shout out to all my followers, man, that been holding me down and all of that, man. This is a victory for our culture and a victory for an innocent man for the crimes that they accused him of, not the crimes that they presented. and they didn't even care about Cassie to even charge him with something so she could feel justified. I wonder how she feel now that they didn't do nothing to help her, but she's up there helping them. You know why? They told her, if you don't come testify, we're going to give you immunity so you don't get pulled in with him. But if you don't come testify, you're going to be up there charged with him too. And that's why she got up there and did that. Because they was going to make up the fake stuff on her too. RICOing. Which two of them together would have showed no RICO. It would just show her be a victim, and she would have won that case anyway without having to get on the stand against him. But those are the games the feds play because they play with our life. They play with our freedom. They can dangle our freedom, that jail in our face, and that'll make us say anything. If you're a person that's never been to jail or scared to, and if you are scared to go to jail, you're going to do what they say. But real men and real women ain't doing that. They gonna go in there and take their time and face it the correct way. And I'm one that could tell you that I was facing 60 years and went to trial with mines. And that's a fact. And I'm never tearing another person down. I'm not taking nobody down with me, even if you was with me and doing way more than I was doing. I'm still not sending that man to jail. If y'all got me for what y'all got me for, that's it. Take me on in, man. Talk Smith, that's what's up. Salute. This is a L for Tissa Tell. This is a L for Tissa Tell. And hopefully this will be a learning lesson for you. If you are a journalist, you don't move off emotion. You move off of facts. And you need to ask the prosecution why they didn't charge him with domestic violence. So it'll make your rants that you are going on legitimate. And then people can't say nothing to you or look at you any kind of way because you are running with the facts of the case. Nah, you didn't do none of that, man. So yeah, your boy Big Boosie, I'm signing out. I'll see y'all in a minute, man. I need to go and check out the Hood Education podcast and see what he said. I want to kind of dissect what he said because he's another brother that I looked up to in the podcast game for one, because he speak that facts and he speaks to these kids out here that's doing ignorant stuff. But he kind of threw me for a loop when he was actually talking with emotions and going against Puffy. And a lot of his fan base attacked him on his comments, and he even said it. And he got up there and went, and said he stand on what he still feel. And that's what he feel, and that ain't what's right. It's not right with what just took place. And he went off of that. That's not good, man. Rock City Mall, free Diddy, that's a fact. Rock City Mall said they all got egg on their face now. Big facts. There, you know what they did? The clown come and smack the pie in your face. That's what Tissa telling them got right now. In that beautiful face, because she is beautiful. I gotta give you that. You're beautiful. I like your style, I like your spunk. But when you use it for the wrong reason and your style and your spunk can convert people's thought process, that's very dangerous. So all that beauty is for nothing. I don't care. It's a lot of beautiful women out here that don't have no brains, man. Period. That's why you wonder why a lot of pretty women out here are single, because they don't have no brains, man. And this ain't no disrespect to them. It's just, yo, go tighten up. Get your mind right with whatever you're doing. That's a fact. Go get your mind right, man. Drew First, what up? Salute. Definitely got to talk to him, man. Because that ain't fair to Puff family, his kids that's got to endure all this stuff. That ain't real reality. And they do not care about Cassie. They did not give a charge that benefited Cassie as a victim, but they just showed her as a victim and wanted us to charge him with something that he didn't even do, which will take a man out of here for life, and that will help that legal slavery we always talk about. Keep sending black men to jail, send them there when they so old they can't come home and do nothing no more anyway. And their kids is in the household, they don't learn nothing from a man, and then got that man and they have the structure in the household, which take all our black up and coming kids and have them in disarray and keep this gang stuff rolling. Now the gang stuff keep rolling. Now they can lock our kids up because there was no father there to structure and show them something. That's crazy. Rock City Moss says she is beautiful, but I don't want her to give me something ugly with smarts. Facts. See, these are the knowledgeable people that I talk to, man. Rock City Mall, that's some one of the best comments I seen up here today. Probably in some of my other commentary I did. It's probably one of the best was beautiful but ugly with smarts. Doing something ugly with smart. Man, you just set a mouthful. I might gotta put that on a shirt. Cause she dead wrong for that, man. Beautiful women is what got a lot of men tricked off the street too. A lot of men killing each other over a beautiful woman that wasn't gonna benefit them anyway. Now one dead, one in jail, and now she out here looking for another man. Ain't sending that man nothing in jail, nothing. Ain't going to visit the other man at his grave, put no flowers on it, nothing. That's a fact. Big facts. But yeah, y'all, I gotta make some moves. Business is calling. Business is calling. I thought I'd come up here and give my opinion, which is a fact, on Tissa Tell. I hate to have to do it to a woman that has all great qualities to do great things, but utilize it to do bad things in this segment of her career, if that's what you want to call it. Because that's not cool. Send a black man to jail and open the door to send other black men to jail. We could do it to Puff that offered us 50 million and he's billions and he has billions of dollars. We could send people that's $100,000 and better person to jail way more easier. We gonna flood the Fed jails with them, and we gonna get rid of all these black men, and the kids will go disarray, and they'll be in gangs and shooting and killing, and even if they ain't, or excuse me, shooting and unaliving people, and if they not in gangs, they still take on that mental to do so. Not fair to us. And Tisa, that wasn't fair for you to do that to us, man. It wasn't, man. It wasn't. I think you owe Puff an apology. I think you owe the world, the black culture, an apology that you got caught up in your emotions. That's what you did. You got caught up in your emotions. This is not about emotions. This is big business. It's real business. The court system is a big business. It's a big corporation at the end of the day. And you got caught up in that system because they do not care nothing about you. You go out there and do something. Go steal something and see if they, when the cops come, if they don't lock you up or not. See if they care about you that much. And I guess you won't call it stealing. You just go, just take a cake out the store and let one of the people see you do it. And you feel entitled. Let's see if you got that type of privilege. You don't. They don't care nothing about you neither. They'll have you up there being prosecuted for something. They might have one of your kids, your sons, if they get older and be positive and they don't know who your kid is. They just see this color of his skin and he's not around people that they know as ass kissers, and then they lock your son up for something. We'll see how you feel about that. I guarantee you wouldn't feel good. Your son is up there and you'll be the first person. He didn't even do that. Y'all charging him with that. He didn't even do it. Yo, you'll be the first screaming that out. But you just did it to a man that got kids and a mother. You way out of line for that, Tissa. Tell. That's a fact. Anthony Damon said he got away. He got away what? He shouldn't have never been in that predicament. As far as RICO, he should have been charged with domestic violence. That's all I'm saying. And that's it. Everybody know what I mean. Your boy Big Boosie, I'm signing out. I'll see y'all on the next go round, man. I'll be back in a little while. I gotta go take care of a few things and get that done, and then I'm coming back through. Rock City Marv said, I'm saying she beautiful, but I'll take a ugly chick if she got the right mindset. You said it, another great thing too. If you want to go ahead and find that chick that's for you, it don't matter if she ain't beautiful. She got beautiful mental, beautiful. Uh, um, um, if she's beautiful inside out, that's all what counts. Anthony Damon says, so you saying other stuff is fake? No, the other stuff is real, and he wasn't charged for it. So the charge itself is fake. That's all I'm saying, Anthony. But yeah, I'll see y'all later on, man. Peace.